Oh, what's up? Happy Easter, shitters. How we doing?
Hey,
Uh,
good. Very good.
Good to hear. Enthusiastic.
Very ready to play the game.
Right on. You guys can see the map right now, right?
Yeah, you can see it.
yeah.
Okay. Should did a decent showing last time. Got over some prejudices. Managed to not kill ourselves by attacking the quest giver. Learned some things. Bonded a bit, under fire. Two of you found a very creepy, possibly magic individual who suspicious as all hell. Weren't successful in finding the guy, but he's still on the train. So, what's up? How's everybody feeling?
Ready to ride, dude.
Ready.
I feel good. Feel very good.
I'm feeling anxious on this train.
I'm anxious as well.
I'm anxious because I'm fucking wanted for my life, and Jared is causing as much attention as possible.
I did forget about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I wasn't super clear on this either, but the when the color went out, you guys could see like outside of 100 feet in every direction, everything was in color except for like a sphere around you and where you were at.
Oh, great. So it was
Yeah,
just
so it
literally
was just emanating from the
fire.
cabin. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's good. Awesome.
Thankfully, it was at night, but
Yeah, the molten lava rain was probably.
probably good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't attract any attention.
Well, I'm dead now, Jared. Thanks.
Yeah, well,
You killed Alafair.
Not quite.
my job is to perma you before seeking
All right. Let me see.
or something different.
We're like about here. This big blue dot on the map. Right, that's where we left off. I do have to do a little bit of a retcon. At the end of the last one, Josh, you asked what time it was. I said it was like 11:30 in the morning. It was actually like 11. It's almost midnight. Basically, I kind of fucked up on that one.
Okay.
Screwed my time frame up a bit. So,
All right, hit.
as we left off, basically you two, Alafair and Valan, you were trying to see if you could find and get any info or dig up any details on the staring man,
Mm-hmm.
which didn't really succeed all that well, but you came back and you came to tell Petros about it. You saw he was in a pretty bad way, disheveled, kind of manic, shaky, beat up, stuff scattered all over the room. You could detect magic, you could detect necromancy a little bit, a faint aura, strange stuff going on in there. And you guys did tell him about the man, and he seemed a little bothered, but he said, kind of excitedly at the same time, "I think I got it. I think I figured out how to crack this thing, how to figure out what's inside." So we'll pick up from that particular moment.
So I was asleep when we left off. Would something like that wake me up?
You could go ahead and roll perception.
And I'm the only one that identified. I mean, I'm sure he's about to tell us, but I'm the only one that kind of knows what kind of magic was going on in there. Or did Jared know also?
No,
I think
Jared
Jared
recognized that
rolled
it was a ritual, but he didn't know what it was. You were
Okay.
able to tell that it was basically like a souped up speak with dead kind of thing. Not quite the same as the spell, but definitely a way to contact
enough to know that he's made contact with whatever's in the bottle for them,
not
spare.
necessarily. You wouldn't know that 100%. He's made contact with something. He's kind of implying that he didn't get in yet. He didn't break the seal. But I'll explain that in character momentarily.
Yeah, I got you.
But you know that something was going on there. I mean, he's been out of contact for days, basically. So, Josh, with a 15, you hear them talking, and I don't know at what point you want to come to, but you would know enough's going on. You could come out and kind of wander over, or just listen if you wanted to.
Do I recognize any magic or anything? Because this was right after the lights went on and off, wasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
It came out.
It was a little bit later than that, after Blake Alafair snuck into the other train cars.
Okay,
Do you have detect magic? I don't remember.
I have read magic, but that's not the same thing.
No,
it has to be like on a specific thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna come out of the doors. I'm gonna say, "What in the world's going on out here?"
Hang on one second. Talk amongst yourselves, Cottonmouth.
Yeah, I'm on my way to that too.
The summoner is disconnected.
Valan, what's going on out here?
We're just having a bit of a chat. Nothing really.
Widegrowl, were you awake or were you asleep?
I think I was also asleep.
All right, you go ahead and roll perception too, see if you get roused by this. You're like, you idiots.
I perceive the fuck out of. What are you guys doing out there?
Nothing. We're just talking.
Talking. Okay. Talking about what? What are we talking about?
Petros
Nothing.
looks at the two of you and kind of looks away for a second.
What's going on, Petros?
All right, here's the deal, lads. We're into something, Valan and I, and this one too. And he sort of points at Alafair. It's dangerous. It's not going to be pleasant, and it's not really fair to the two of you if I don't at least give you fair warning or heads up. We discovered a magical artifact before getting on this train. A significant one. A significant amount of magical power. I have my suspicions as to what it contains, and as of last night, I managed to reach out for a little bit of help, and I think I have a way to determine what's in this container. Since you're sharing the cabin with us, and you boys have sort of grown on one another, it's probably only fair if we level with you. We're pretty sure there's a fragment of a god or goddess in this thing, but pretty sure it doesn't cut it. What do you know about the goddess Erasni? He asked both of you guys. Go ahead, roll knowledge, religion.
I don't know much about it.
You would roll. You get advantage, John, because of your chosen religion and deity.
Roll again.
Yeah.
Wait, attaboy.
Much better. Brommus, you've heard the name, certainly. You know she was tied to Aradin, who's the dead god of humanity, basically. John, Widegrowl, you know with some degree of certainty who this is. You're pretty, more than passingly familiar. You know that this was his herald. It was a mortal companion of his who was elevated to godhood, and she was captured, tortured, and killed, and then brought back to life as a lich by the tyrant, the Whispering Tyrant, the lich who sort of took over this country a couple thousand years ago.
I've heard the name.
I know more than you.
It's pretty significant. It's like finding out that Jesus is in a bottle, or a piece of him is.
You mean she's in there?
Aye, that's always been a possibility. More concerning is the fact that there could be a piece of him in there instead. so we have to be sure.
I kind of
go on.
take that as like new information because I didn't know that, and like just almost look over like at him holding the bottle because as far as I'm aware, it's only the resurrected lich. I didn't know that he could have possibly been in there because that's who tortured her, right? Like
Correct,
that's what
yeah.
he's implying that, yeah. So I just kind of like gesture like I'm hyper vigilant now, like interested, you know, as I was at first not.
He looks at you and raises an eyebrow.
I take a step back and I say, Ekna Farouche. It can't be him.
I hope not.
And that's
So Petros, you said you figured something out. What did you figure out?
that's me cursing in Dwarven.
nice. That was good.
Not anybody's name.
I like it.
I put together a recipe for, let's call it a brute force approach to tease out just the merest fragment of whatever personality resides inside the jar. It's going to take a little bit of time to set up. We're going to need a few things once we're in town too. I don't have all the components on hand. It's a bit esoteric compared to, well, even the things that I carry on me.
Is it safe to do the ritual in a train car?
Absolutely
There's a
not.
chance. If there's a chance that he's in there.
Here's the problem, boys. Nowhere is safe. At least not until we're back in Lepidstadt. That's a long way away from here. Since you have at least a vague understanding of the power of what may reside in this thing, you understand the potential for good or great evil that would come along with its possession. I don't know how much you've heard of me. I know this one has. He sort of gestures at Alafair. But I'll level with you. If you're willing to level with me. What I'm about to tell you, including the remains of this plan, this half-baked plan of ours, falls under state secrets. I need to know that I can trust you, all of you, and I need you to know that you can trust me, that I don't plan on using this for my own benefit. I'm not the type to hoard these kind of magical artifacts, and I am definitely not the type to use them. I have a way for us to ensure that loyalty, if you consent. It's really talking to Brommus and to Widegrowl.
I don't know. It seems kind of dangerous.
Well, I hope you're speaking about gold.
Either could be that, but he reaches into his jacket and he pulls out a badge. It's pretty big. On it is the symbol of Ustalev, which is a royal tower with stag horns kind of coming out of both sides. And instead of 13 stars to represent 13 counties, there's a single glowing red star in the center, the top center of the tower. Everybody go ahead and roll either knowledge local or nobility. Oh yeah, you know what that is.
I'm so glad I took that, dude. That's like my biggest roles have been that.
I have knowledge geography.
Yeah. What? That makes sense though. That's cool.
I know a lot about Arcana.
Ooh.
Alafair, you know right away that this is the symbol of office for an organization called the Bureau of Special Affairs, or the Royal Accusers. They're sort of like the de facto intelligence agency of the Crown Prince. You would know specifically from your time in the Old City, downstairs, that part of their role is enforcing the Masquerade too. And they do not fuck around with these kinds of objects. Their policy is basically destroy on sight.
So,
In addition to what you found out earlier of him being in the Order, you kind of have a much clearer picture that he's not planning on selling this or using it or even putting it on display somewhere.
Right. But they usually destroy stuff like that, right? That's what you're saying. So why is he trying to protect it?
He's not. He's trying to get it to Lepistat.
To destroy it.
Well, yeah, where he has the
Gotcha.
equipment and the facility. You need like a bunker to blow it up in. Basically.
Right. Would I know how I don't know if I have to DM you about this. Like how they're viewed by other people in the country. Like, you know what I mean? Are they like favorably viewed, like they're doing a service, or are they like corrupt? You know what I mean?
No, they're favorably viewed.
Okay.
Except by the other corrupt aristocrats.
Okay. That's kind of what
who have a
I
tendency to go missing around them.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. I like don't want to divulge any information. I want to see what the rest of the party knows because I like to be secretive and kind of. I still feel
You guys
like
are
I
the
need
CIA.
to.
They are basically, yeah. Widegrowl, you also have heard of the Royal Accusers, although you don't know the official name of the organization, and you know that they're basically the secret police of the country.
Okay. Do I say something else?
That's do you? I don't know.
I have no clue what that is, Petros.
I'm gonna hold on to that information.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna tell Brommus. I'm gonna whisper in his ear. I'm gonna say, "Hey, you look a little confused there, buddy." Oh wait, no. Valan rolled lower. Hey, buddy, you look a little confused.
Well, makes sense too. Valen's not from the country,
Yeah,
so
I mean,
I know you're not from
I don't know
around.
what that is.
I know you're not from around these parts, but I tell him. These guys are. I don't know the official name of them, but they're the accusers.
Yeah, I mean, I expected my dad to send someone important because my dad is important. So, but, you know, it's not really a big deal. He's just escorting me because I'm important. So.
he's like, "Hey, don't let it go to your head, lad."
Petros, tell
As
me
they
more.
say back in Keonan, you know, tomatoes, tomatoes. You know,
Old Elvish saying.
old Elvis thing.
Petros looks at Brommus and he says, "You're no stranger to the darkness in this place, I'm guessing, right?
I recognize it.
You know there's things that go bump in the night.
Aye.
Well, we're the men who hunt them.
And what's that badge mean?
It's a symbol of office. Means crown business is our business."
It means he doesn't fuck around, Brommus. Jeez.
It means laws don't apply the way they normally do to us and to our agents.
So, you mean to tell me, if I go along with your journey, I get one of those badges?
We could come to an arrangement, perhaps.
Yeah, I want one too.
I want one.
But we'll have to give it a test run first. I'll pay you first, of course. Call it retainer's fee for the three of you. Just looking at everyone except Valan.
You're gonna have to pay me too, Petros.
I think you got the deal wrong, lad. Your
I
parents,
think I got it just right.
Your parents are paying me.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to give me a portion of that because I didn't, don't want to report back to Keonan the shit you're getting me in.
Your parents are well aware, lad.
Oh yeah?
Well, we could come to some arrangement. He just laughs. He knows you're being an impetuous kid. How about 10 gold a month to start?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, fair enough. He's already basically putting you up.
Plus, I need 100. I need 100 gold bonus from the sign-on bonus.
100 gold. I say
I mean, you are transporting the god, so, you know, seems pretty
potentially
important to me.
potentially transporting a god.
Should we go ask the priest up front if it's a god?
Absolutely not. He stops and he like puts his hand in front of you. He looks really sharply at Alafair for a second, and then looks back to the rest of you. He goes, "Do not let that crazy motherfucker back here under any circumstances."
You need to give me 100 gold then, bud.
How about 300 gold to the party as a signing bonus? I hear there's quite a few ways to blow off steam in Chastel. Gambling parlors, ladies of the evening, sideshows, circuses, the like. Find that agreeable?
I mean, it's a god,
300
bud.
gold?
I think we need 400, 100 each. It's, you know.
Hang on 1 second. Roll diplomacy.
Daddy needs him. Hold on a second.
Oh, hold on.
I have an inspiration point, so I want to roll it here.
Okay.
Hold
Feet.
on before you do.
Wait, this motherfucker's like level 12, so
My boy trying to get that gold.
That wasn't natural. You can re-roll if you want. If you want to spend it, it's up to you.
no, I'm good.
Okay. He pauses for a second, and he looks at the four of you, and he's like, "Fucking God, we gotta get this underway." He hasn't slept in 3 days. He's got 3 or 4 days worth of stubble, even though he was clean shaven just yesterday. He looks exhausted, and he goes, "All right, fine, 400 it is."
I just like to put my hand over my face like this to Widegrowl. I say, "Back secured."
Brommus and Alafair, go ahead and make sense motive checks.
Do we go ahead and add that to our goal total?
You can, yeah. Split it how you guys want to split it.
100 apiece. Just even. Oof.
Is that a nat 20?
No, nat 20s are green.
I got my glasses on. I can't.
You could,
I see. I see. I gotta be in character over here.
Josh, you can roll perception instead. Since motive was not really the check, I'll let it ride for Alafair. So, Alafair, you see him reach into his coat and pull out like a coin purse. And as he goes to put it away on the side, emblazoned, you see a very ornate, twisting, like leaf branch spiral that matches some of the epaulets and the like signage that Valan is wearing. I'm pretty sure it's the money that his dad fronted him.
Okay. Hell yeah. So does that like kind of give me the knowledge that he's got a lot of gold on him to where he's like, oh, a couple hundred here, sure, like take it.
With that high of a sense motive as well, and given the revelation of that only you know that he works first off for the Order, and now that understanding that he is one of these royal spies, you get the sense that money is really no object to this guy. That he has a license to, well, you know for a fact that the royal accusers have a license to kill, to steal, to facilitate any kind of deal or whatever. Just they're just given a blank check to get it done.
Can I cast an ability?
Sure.
Can I cast message to Petros?
Yep.
So I'll kind of enter his mind and say, it's very nice what you've done for other lads, but what particulars am I getting from my end of the arrangement? Now that I know what you carry and the safe passage that you seek. I don't think many others in the party are offering such knowledge.
Hey, you got a fair point. I was gonna offer you a job, or at least a chance for one, when we finish this business. I know you have something to wrap up of your own, but like I said, retainer means what it means. It's a good gig. We could keep the law off your back. We could keep the fucking penitence off your back. But, if a hard number's what you're looking for, I'm open to negotiate. Although you can tell that he's a little bit disappointed. He kind of was like trying to recruit a little bit. Like you could tell he has an eye for talent based off of the things you've seen him do. Like he stole Shocking Grasp from Valan, and he's a recognized real kind of guy. So he took certain things from you too.
So I kind of scoff at the notion that he thinks I was talking about gold. And I say, a job, eh? I think I could have proved my worth through what we're doing. I was more looking for a favor.
What kind of favor?
You know as well as I do what awaits off this train at our next stop, and that little message you've got in your pocket about me. My picture? Well, I just need to know that if I take you somewhere, my name, my resemblance, why we're here, it stays with us.
Of course. He looks at the badge for a second, looks back at you, and he goes, anybody gets in your way, any of us can put him down. That badge makes it legal.
Cool. That's kind of what, if we get in a situation where I need you to put it on the line for me, kind of favor. Just because, especially since I've sensed his power after I tried to fuck with him that one time. Yeah. All right, cool. I just kind of don't say anything, but he feels me agree with him, soothed through his mind, and then I disconnect message.
He, before you disconnect the message, he says, I do have one condition of my own. And he casts Zone of Truth on top of himself. Everybody go ahead and make a will save.
Zone of Truth. Damn.
Will save? That's just a regular will roll, right?
Let me look at the sheet real quick. I don't know how I have it set up on here. You should be able to click it. On the main page below flat-footed, it'll say will.
Mm-hmm.
Click that.
God.
Okay. Everybody but Brommus. You immediately feel this effect. There's a soft, almost a whoosh of pillowy white light that sort of lights the floor around you guys in a 20-foot circle. Each of you, except for Brommus, immediately know you can't speak a deliberate or an intentional lie.
Oh no.
It's not actually possible to do. Brommus, nothing happens. You know he tried to cast something and you're normal. Everything's fine. He looks straight at Alafair.
Can I use my feat point to reroll?
You can, yeah.
Damn, I think that'd be worth it. Alright. I'm gonna roll. Oh my god.
Jesus. That sucks.
That's rough.
Oh, that is rough. I mean, he looks straight at Alafair and he goes, are you guilty of what they accuse you of?
I guess you know the answer to that. No.
It looks at you hard for a second and he goes, I figured as much. Alright, boys. Real talk. The rest of you, in or out? This is your one-time call.
Oh, I'm in.
I'm in.
Brommus?
Hey,
Aye. Alright.
count me in.
Just due diligence. None of you are, secret members of any cults, underground movements, recidivists, demon worshippers. You're all compelled to answer, except Brommus.
I shake my head now.
Nope. No.
Valen?
Did you ask for Valan?
Yeah, I didn't hear him answer or anything.
Nope.
All right.
I guess I'm tempted to tell him, or I have to.
About
Oh God, sorry. I'm trying to pull up my bio now to remember what it was called.
the court and the mask.
Yes.
He knows
Yeah.
because of what you are.
All right. So I just kind of,
You just nod.
yeah,
He's
like not to say yes, but
How about you, Alafair?
Sorry. I've chosen to speak truths to him, not to you, elf.
Yeah. You can mislead, but you can't tell a direct lie. None of you, including Petros, could tell a direct lie. You could try to skirt the question.
To anyone?
Anyone in the circle is other than Brommus is
Okay.
incapable of lying.
But can I say that though?
Yeah.
Like,
You can misdirect or you can lead the question and stuff.
yeah.
But any direct answer can't be untrue.
Can I
Well,
cast
yeah.
like perception and see, or cast something and see like if Alafair is like wearing anything I can recognize?
Yeah. Go ahead,
Would that be a perception? Or?
roll. You can roll geography. I'll give you that one.
Knowledge geography?
Yeah. Pull a 10. Roll perception first. Let's see that. 14. Alafair rolls roll stealth. Or disguise, your call.
I have a +5 to stealth and a +4 to disguise, I think, right?
Yeah, it's your call. Let's call it a passive disguise roll. Just roll disguise. 19. You got nothing. That's out of character for a second. I'm pretty sure none of you guys realize he's at least part vampire either. By this
Yeah,
point.
so I was trying to see if there was something I could recognize, or if he was wearing something, or.
Well, he goes to pretty great lengths to hide. So Dhampir they don't have the normal vampire fangs that are like that long. They have elongated ones, and they also have pointed ears like elves. So he almost looks like a half elf, like a Varisian half elf to you guys.
I'm gonna respond to him because this was all going on passively.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, answer the question, Mesmer. You don't want the shocking grasp again. Things might get wild.
I say, why aren't you just answering? And I intimidate him into telling us the whole truth.
Roll intimidate. Let's see it.
Did I roll intimidate too?
You both
Someone
can,
else?
yeah. He's fucking really afraid of Valan. Just after the shenanigans in the boxcar with the shocking grasp before, he's like immediately, no. What did I fucking say?
So
Your choice what you choose to give up. You have a lot.
yeah,
You got a lot of currency, so to speak.
so I can't lie.
You cannot
But-
tell an untruth or a lie. You can massage the truth, but you can't tell outright lies.
Okay.
Like the movie Liar Liar, that's zone of truth.
Mm-hmm.
This pen is it's blue.
Um. Sorry, I'm just thinking about what I want to do. What was your question exactly again, Jared?
I want you to tell us
Valan?
the truth about. He asked the question to you of whether you were in a cult or
Yeah, there's like
involved with
6
criminal
Oh
questions.
yeah.
activity
Yeah.
or anything like
I've-
that.
So I kind of, it's like you can tell I'm like trying to fight it, but the magic is almost making it come out. You know. The thing we carry, the next town, connections that'll make sure we're safe.
What
People of the
connections?
streets of the darkness that they took me in when I was younger.
Are you talking about the Sarni, or are you talking about the other thing?
The other thing.
The Old Kingdom. That's sort of colloquially how they refer to it.
Specifics, Mesmer.
Fuck, dude.
Do you just like let slip Old Kingdom or something like that?
Yeah, that's fine.
You guys can roll Arcana or local, whatever you have, or geography in Brommus's case.
Not my night for rolls. Then
And the reason I just out of character, the reason I'm pressing you is not because I'm like a little prick. It's because I don't fully trust you. You know?
Mhm. Well,
Well, with a 15 and a 16 respectively, both you guys have heard, or at least you've heard whispers before of organized vampiric cults or vampiric sects that go by that name. You know, they refer to themselves as a whole as the Old Kingdom. But it's, as far as you're aware, it's mostly myth and legend.
Show me your teeth, Mesmer.
I look shocked.
oh god, man, can I cast during this?
You can't leave the circle though.
Right.
Is it Mesmer? Oh, this one, sorry.
Show us your teeth.
Oh my god.
And I just start letting like my fingers crackle a little bit. Like just a little bit.
I
for
just
flavor.
I reach up and like rip everything off. Like my glasses, my veil, my hat, and I like put my arms out and like show my fangs.
I draw an arrow and I have it in my bow.
Hey, easy,
Adam.
lad, easy. And Petros steps between the two of you. He's like, he's with us. He's with us. He's not one of them. He's half.
Yeah.
It's different.
I like scramble to pick my glasses and hat back up off the floor.
I reach
try to
my
cover
finger
myself
and I
back up.
try and touch one of his teeth. And I say, they're real.
As
Say-
Jared reaches out and touches, I feel like thirst. I like kind of at his arm.
Widegrowl, roll knowledge religion too.
I put my arrow in.
You allow me to touch your tooth?
I put my hands on my head and I say, "Is this Mesmer in my head? I've heard of them before."
Roll sense motive.
Me?
Yeah. No, just promise. John, you know immediately when Petros said he's not one of them, not fully, you understand that he's a Dhampir, he's a half vampire. And you know that they're the human-born sires of vampiric pairings with immortal. they're not truly immortal, and they don't feed. Most of them don't feed like vampires do.
Okay.
They're sort of like cursed with unlife. You know, they're not. He's not fully alive either, but he's not a vampire.
Okay.
Brommus, you have very horrific thoughts that your own thoughts might not be your own at this point.
I'm just sitting there with my hands on my head, just like weak, like almost like rocking back and forth, just like cursing and Torben.
Hey, Brommus. It's okay.
He's not kicking off.
He's just a half vampire. It's a Dhampir. It's okay, buddy. You just
A Dhampir, you say?
Smoke some more.
Yeah, all you got, the rest of you can roll knowledge religion as well. Valan, you pretend like you know what that means. Yes, a Dhampir.
A Dhampir.
Do I roll knowledge religion too?
Did you let me touch?
can, yeah.
Did you let me touch your tooth?
Well, as you like reached out to touch it, I still experience like lust for blood, right? It just doesn't I don't have to feed
sometimes, but you don't have you don't have to feed. Yeah.
Right. It's pure enjoyment. Like there's no detriments to me not feeding, right? So as Jared kind of reaches out and gets close to my mouth, I like reach out for it.
I kind of hesitate back a little bit because I've never seen this before. So
Kind of fucked up.
yeah.
You guys could. I know I said it earlier. Everyone except Brommus in the circle is compelled to, but you can ask Petros questions and stuff. He does have to answer, or he has, at least has to answer truthfully.
Is based on my role, does like what John say, like cool, like calm me, or do I trust him?
You can roll sense motive for that as well. you might be so paranoid that you think you're all controlled possibly, but no, I think within 11 that you could tell that Widegrowl is being genuine and that.
Petros,
Okay.
do you think my dad's an asshole?
No. Not really.
I'm taking out my whittled pipe right now. I hit it, and I pass it to Widegrowl, and I look at him like, with like my eyes wide open, like endearing, like thanking him for explaining to me.
I hit it and I hit it and I pass it to Valan. You know, you can never skip a smoke sesh.
Oh boy.
And then I ask Petros how he knows he's a Dhampir.
That he's a Dhampir?
Yeah.
Specifically, out of character, it's because he rolled perception 2 episodes ago. But
Okay.
and the failed command spell that Alafair attempted to use on him.
Okay.
I hit the pipe, and then I pass it to Petros, and I say, "Have you ever smoked Fey leaf, Petros?"
You look at this old man in his 50s, and he's very stoic and passive and serious for a second, and he takes it, and he just chiefs a massive rip, and just passes it off, and he goes.
I dap him up as he passes it to me. I say,
I do teach at Lepidstadt University, lad.
So Petros, what's
I'm
in the
looking
cargo
forward to
container in the
Lepidstadt
back?
University.
The container. Hey, well, it's what you see on the label. There's a sarcophagus in there with a few mummified bodies we think could be Osirian in origin. Which, out of character, you got, like, Osirian is Egypt, basically. You know, what they were doing in bloody Taldor all the way to the east is a whole nother question. Taldor being, like, the Roman Empire, essentially. The timeline doesn't add up for that, which is why he pulled it. there shouldn't be Egyptian mummies in Rome, like in the geographical Roman area, if that makes sense to you guys. But in character, he goes, "Aye, there's some potentially old Assyrian royal mummies that, well, duly belong either back in their homeland or, at the very least, away from the individuals who were chasing us." As I told Valan, we had some rival academics at a different organization from Cheliax who were interested in stealing what we found. But inside the box is a magical book. It doesn't really have an exact translation in common, but we've taken to calling it the Book of the Dead. It's a sort of codex or a compendium of spells, rituals, and preparatory protective rites for funerary rites for those who are soon to pass. And you guys can roll Arcana or Religion if you have either of those for that.
Hey.
Oh yeah, little church boy over here knows exactly. Hey, okay. You have both heard of this.
I'll say.
Nat 20, baby. 3 nat 20.
Any
3
contact
nat 20. We're geniuses.
rivals? The ones you call rivals?
Oh, them. Why, they're nothing. They're bollocks. They call themselves the Aspis Consortium. They're, well, how do I put this? They're a bunch of cut-rate wannabe adventurers. More pirate than they are thief. They sort of think that if it ain't nailed down, it's theirs to take. I've had run-ins with them before.
Is that who was chasing us back in Caliphus?
That's who I suspected. They usually work through intermediaries. It's rare to meet an Aspis agent directly. Usually they'll hire mercenaries who'll hire mercenaries and that sort of thing. Their reach doesn't really extend this far. They're much stronger in the wild areas or in Taldor or in Cheliax itself.
How would they know of your find?
They act as a sister organization to ours, or sort of the rough equivalent to the Royal Accusers, but for Cheliax. Part of their aim is capital in nature. They use their findings to raise funds for the tyrannical state government, but they have networks of informants in most countries. Ustalev is very hard for them to penetrate. We're not very trusting of outsiders, and he looks at Alafair and he looks at Widegrowl, for obvious reasons.
Aye, Petros. Count me and my bird Darakb in for your travels.
Alright, glad to hear it. Before you get too eager, I have to say, this is dangerous business. It's risky business. I'd not ask you to put your lives on the line for nothing, or for, frivolous reasons, but this could turn lethal. Not necessarily, I'm not saying it's going to head that way, but in the event we found ourselves in that kind of situation, could I count on you boys to defend each other and to defend this sacred object from any would-be thieves or despots willing to take it?
Widegrowl's got your back.
I point like in a direction to the back of the caravan, and I say, "Have you seen my bird?"
Aye. Been meaning to ask you about that. Seriously though, I need an answer from all of you.
Yeah.
The rest of them, not you. You
If Widegrowl's got your back, I've got Widegrowl's back. So we both have your back.
Don't say tusk, brother.
I knew it was coming.
Don't say tusk, brother.
And then I look him straight in the face. And I say, Tusk, brother.
Don't say tusk, brother.
Petros turns and looks at you, Valan, and he goes, "Are you really 1/10 orc on your mother's side?"
Oh, he's in the circle of truth.
Dude.
You gotta speak it. No.
Oh.
Not that she's told me.
Oh man.
I guess that means there's still a chance.
And I'll respond to Petros and say, I think I've proven myself rather trustworthy, no?
Aye, given the circumstances. I'm glad you're not a stain on the wall back there. That's what you're asking.
I'm gonna look at Alafair and say, so can you eat people food? I noticed that you only drank in the dining cart the other day.
Mm.
I'm like really offended, and I kind of like, I did not choose this life, and I do not live that life.
So you can eat people food?
Yes, you idiot.
Well, then let's go hit the dining car.
Hold on, Petros gets kind of serious for a second, and he goes, no, seriously, though, brave talk is all well and good, but have any of you taken life before? That's no simple thing.
Cow life.
I, Darakb, or Brommus, I'm a hunter. I've taken life from many forms. Animals.
He cuts in real
Humans.
quick. It just goes like human life, like humanoid life.
I stepped on an ant one time back in Kiona.
I've only taken things that have been taken from me. Lives being one of them.
Aye. I had to be sure. I won't work with psychopaths. Right. Everybody gather around. He gets you guys all to cluster together, kind of closer in the center of the circle. And he says, do as I do. And he has you each put a like a arm over your heart, essentially. And he goes, do you swear the accused to protect the secrets of this land from all comers, all threats? There's a question.
This
I-
I swear.
Aye.
Brommus Greenlung.
I kind of bow.
Curtsy.
Do you swear to be so damned if you break this oath in front of the old gods and the new,
I swear.
in front
Swear.
in front of your new brothers?
I
I swear.
Do
Yes.
you swear to put down a wayward brother if they break from the path?
I look right at Alafair in his eyes
Oh
and I
god.
say, I swear.
I
I swear.
Sorry, I had to switch over mics. My mic was going crazy.
Oh good.
Yes.
He goes, then it's done. Let's get this going. We're gonna have a big day ahead of us. And he snaps and he breaks his own to truth.
Now for that dining car, who's coming with me?
Well, I could eat.
I
want
grabbed
to
the
be the
pipe.
Chastel soon.
I grabbed the pipe from
Well, you know, it'll be like,
Brommus.
let's say we started at midnight, it'll be like 7 a.m. by the time you guys get there. So
So we got
you
some
got time to do whatever you gotta do, yeah.
Yeah, let's
need him.
hit the cart, the food cart.
I pull Alafair to the side for a second and I say, maybe we'll see the bone armor man as we head to the food cart.
You don't say it out loud enough.
Yes.
We can hear it.
No, I kind of like whisper it to him.
That's fucked up.
I kind of nudge him for even saying it out loud. And cast message. My eyes have been peeled since he entered this train. I'll let you know if I see him.
Okay.
Shouldn't you disguise yourself, brother, if we're gonna head up there?
Good call.
So
Hit it.
I guess he did see me go through the carts earlier, potentially. This disguise did then, but maybe this one will do for now.
But before you guys leave, too, Petros grabs the two of you and he just says, "Hi." Actually, he'll grab everybody just before they go and he'll say, "About the stranger you were talking about. I'll make sure a deviant keeps an eye out. He's not exactly field agent material, but he's one of us." I don't know if you guys want to have him elaborate on that or not, or if you have follow-up questions or whatever you can ask. But you kind of get the sense Petros is like the field agent, the deviant's like this frail, kind of shaky bureaucrat almost. So he's like a facilitator. He's not so much the dungeon delver type.
Okay.
And you guys, if you want to explain the staring man thing to them, you can.
You know me, I'm not saying shit.
I know.
I gotta keep all.
I'm not gonna say anything either.
If they ask, Petros will tell them. But
Yeah.
What's this person look like?
You didn't hear us.
He just pulled us all aside. He said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gotcha. I guess I have to interject then and say he came onto the train at the last stop at Artis. He was wearing bone armor, and I was staring up at him, and by almost magic means, it was very odd. He stared right back to me.
Brommus
I just got
and
bad-
Widegrowl can roll Arcana on that if they want to.
I just got a bad feeling. So, Alafair disguised himself to go investigate, but we were unable to find him.
19.
We then went to alert Petros of this man, which began the conversation we just had.
As he's telling you this, you're very certain that the person in question was using some form of detect spell, but you don't know what kind. Like, there's detect good, detect evil, detect undead, that sort of thing. You know that it was definitely a magical means.
I shake my head up and down as he's talking. I say, "Magic, you say? Well, let's go eat."
And I kind of gesture,
Wait.
like after you, with him.
Should we hit that pipe again?
I grabbed the pipe from him already and already took another hit. I said that at the end, so I'll pass it to you.
Okay, I'll take a hit, and then I pass
Very
it back to
remember
Brommus.
that.
I put it away, and then I rub like a lavender flower all over.
Okay.
Petros casts Prestidigitation on all of you guys and like cleans you off and blows the scent away.
I look back at Petro and I say, "Baji."
Dust, brother.
And I, you took it from me.
Which, here, just to show you guys.
I was gonna hit him with the Denzel Washington.
Just as
My
a reminder,
brother.
that's... God damn it, please let me select this thing. Sorry. It wouldn't
That's the guy.
let it wouldn't let me do bone. It's because it's a different nationality. I'm not gonna say which one, but they have a problem with bone. The AI service. But yeah, imagine instead of gold piping, it's bone. But it's subtle. It's not like super in your face. You'd have to really be paying attention to notice.
And this isn't the guy that had like the burn marks, right?
That was right above him. If you just look in the general Discord, I'm not going to re-upload it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
That
Okay.
guy with the great robe.
Got it.
Oh. There's like a couple staff members milling around in there.
I just
I
head up to
didn't
the
join,
bar.
by the way. I stayed in the cabin. I'm still like kind of shocked that I just told everybody my whole deal.
I head up to the bar and order all 3 of us drinks. Ale for all of us.
Ale for all.
You don't have to deal with the NPCs. You just do what you need to do.
Walk up to the bar. I have a drink with the boys.
And then I order some salted meats.
I look around to see if there's
And then
anyone
I ask
on
them
the
if they
train
have
that was
elf
called
ears.
earlier.
Which you're an elven cereal.
Did you order alphabets? You said alphabets.
Alphabets, yeah.
Roll a D percentage die for me.
While this is happening, I'm holding my beer mug, and I look over at John, and I look him in the eyes.
Is that a roll I have to type in chat?
You could do 1D100. That'll do it. Well, /R 1D100 space 1D100.
I cheer John's drink, and I like thank him for being genuine earlier. Because I don't trust the orcs, but I'm becoming more trusting.
I tell him I really appreciate it as long as he doesn't continuously call me Tusk Brother.
They have alphabets.
I haven't called you Tusk Brother.
Widegrowl, did when you guys were in the circle, did you like?
And they're having that conversation. I say, Tusk brother, they have alphabets.
Did you like at any point like grab your symbol of Arden or something, or like finger it or pull it out or anything, or?
When I was in the Circle of Truth.
Yeah, when you guys were discussing all that stuff.
No.
Is it like openly visible or is it hidden?
No, it's tucked away.
Gotcha.
I finished my beer, and I get another round.
I bring him his own bowl of alphabets. And I say, try it.
Well, while Jared's sitting there in the alphabets, I cast Summon Nature, and I cast a dog. And I have it sit right next to Jared. Friendly dog.
Nice.
Or not next to Jared, next to Valan. Sorry.
I start petting the dog. And I say, ooh, can you make a cute little kitty cat for me?
Not today, you know that.
Not a magician. Just be happy there's a dog there for you, brother.
You're not a magician. You just conjured a dog out of thin air.
I go over and I pet the dog, and I say, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?"
Try the alphabets, Widegrowl.
I reluctantly try the alphabets. They're okay.
Well, did you like them?
They're okay.
I am horrible.
I prefer orc pops.
Finish my drink, and I'm like, well, boys, you think we should get back?
Jared's
Yeah.
muted.
We gotta be arriving in Chastel pretty soon.
Well, you still got like 6 hours, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and.
I'm gonna go back and take a
Chastel.
nap.
All
Yeah.
right. Blake, are you there?
Hi.
Yep.
Oh, you're very far away.
Your mic is bouncing.
It's like turbo quiet. We can't hear you, and then it's flickering constantly. Oh. Same thing. You sound like you're 100 feet away.
Are those the HyperX?
I'll go back to this thing.
Okay.
Sounds so much better on that.
As all that's happening, Alafair, are you doing anything? You want to talk to Petros, or you got?
No, I'm just staring out the window in the cab, and I just kind of know what awaits at the next station, and I'm trying to plot what I'm gonna do, and also kind of wrestling with the fact I just told everybody like my whole backstory.
You're like exposed.
Yeah.
As you're mulling that over, you pull your train ticket out, and you see on the back, just written in Varisian, in Rumo's handwriting, it says Chastel, and then it says Playhouse underneath it with like 3 lines. That's all the info you've got.
Mm-hmm. I just kind of look at it and tuck it back in my pocket and go back to looking out the window.
You guys just gonna basically sleep it off, go to bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wait till we get there.
Find the map page real quick. No. Idiot. It's literally labeled Chastel. Okay, so a couple hours go by, daylight breaks, it's close to about 7:30 in the morning. You guys roll into the outskirts of Chastel train station. You can see it's like a sprawling frontier town. Big combo of like wood and brick structure, or wood and stone structure, but mostly wood stuff, and it seems to it sort of spirals out from its center. It's pretty big. It's pretty bustling. You can tell there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of foot traffic going through. A lot of wagons, horses, carts, etc. You can hear just the bustle of industry. There's a big open air market. There's a bunch of people moving lumber, big giant timber, giant logs that they're hauling on carts or hauling by hand in segments. And the train just pulls into the station and comes to a stop. You know that as this is a major, like a commerce hub, it's going to be a pretty long stay. You've got basically like the whole day. You got about 12 hours or so to do the things you need to do.
I step out of the train, I take a deep breath, and I say, home sweet home.
Nice. Before Alafair gets off, Petros will walk over to him and hand him a shopping list. It just has a list of bizarre ingredients. And he'll, I don't know, Brommus, so you're like off? You walked off already, or?
I guess I'm still sitting on the train if like everybody hasn't got off yet.
Okay, well, he
I gotta.
If hearing you say that, he'll walk over, he'll give it to you instead. Because he figures you know best as to where you would find these sort of off the beaten path or kind of magical items. And it's up to you guys what you want to do.
I get my bird Darakb to be Obama. I get off the train. Say, well, boys, I think it's time for us to take a trip into town.
Let's go to town. Show me around.
John, you know too. At some point, you have to go to the bank and like establish your line of credit with the loan you got, and then do the cattle thing when you want to do it. I'm not pushing you to do that. I'm just whenever it comes up.
Okay.
Like this is the place that you'll be able to get the manpower, the head of cattle, etc.
Okay. I'm gonna take care of that whenever we get the product stuff that Petros needs.
Okay.
Are you saying that?
Yeah. You want to make it a day, Brommus? Just do some shopping, hanging out.
Well, yeah. I thought everybody come along. Think we got some things to do for Petros, and then I have somebody I'd like to meet with, and you guys would like the atmosphere, I believe.
What is that? A list? Groceries, perhaps?
Yeah, just so you guys know, it's like large quantities of incense, sage, the finger bones of a goblin, white rose petals, black rose petals, and a few other just kind of like nonsensical inanimate objects that you can only buy at magic emporiums or arcane sort of places.
Can I read it and try to decipher what like he might be wanting to do with all the ingredients? Like, can I roll something for that? Because I have bookish intelligence.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like.
I'll just
roll
look at it.
Arcana. But you can keep talking, Josh.
I was just gonna say, are you asking about it to see it, or
Well-
are you like, trying to see it? 'Cause I was just gonna say, if you ask to see it, I'll just look at you hesitantly and hand it to you.
Yeah.
Party at this point.
Well, preferably if I could just see it as he's holding it. Like, I don't want him to know. You know how I operate.
You could try spellcraft too. They're definitely ritual components, but can't really make heads or tails.
Okay.
Maybe the white and black petals, maybe of necromantic significance, but it could just equally be religious. You're not sure. You can't either way. You can't tell.
Well, it seems all of you have business to attend to, but maybe after all that's done, I know a place for something a little bit more of the lighter variety of life. If you'd like to come with, and kind of point to the playhouse, like on a message I have,
Well, it's not.
or on the back of my ticket.
It wouldn't be called that. That's just like because they're out of towners. They're not from here. They don't really know what the place is called.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? You'll recognize it. You'll be able to recognize it immediately. But you could ask Brommus. You know he's from here, and
Does this mean anything to you, Brommus? It seems like the place where weary travelers to rest their eyes.
you know what it is. It's what we talked about, Josh. Same place.
Aye, my friend. Let's take care of these so-called groceries, Petros, and we'll be making a trip there. I know
Oh,
the
is
whereabouts.
this is where you were mentioning as well.
Aye.
Ah, perfect.
What are we talking about, guys?
Oh, you know,
What is this place?
ladies,
Ooh.
gambling.
Oh,
Define-
Entertainment.
The finer things in life, Valan.
Aye.
Nah.
Are they orc friendly?
Of course, brother. They're letting me in.
Brommus, you know that near the place you're talking about, it's called Ambrosia, there used to be a very rough and tumble spot called Bareback, which was an orcish strip club, but has since been closed down and is under renovation as the Wet Lady Saloon. It's not open yet.
So he can't come to that.
He can go in, yeah. He's
Okay.
passably human. He just has like a fucking gnarly
Giant. Yeah.
brick, like huge stone-faced jaw kind of thing.
Aye, my friend. With enough gold, you can get whatever you want.
All right.
Let's get to shopping for Petros.
No, you know that there's only really one magical spot in town. That'd be Wild Bill's Magical Emporium.
So we head there. I lead them that way, and as we're leading there, I'm pointing at things and showing them like places that I know and recognize.
As you do, like a little gaggle of children runs up and they go, "Brommy, Brommy!" and they like run up and kind of like take you by the hand and run with you for a little bit, laughing and run off. There's a lot of people that are giving you smiles and nods and good looks.
I'm waving, patting the kids on the head.
They're running after Darakb, like trying to chase him down the street.
I just kind of notice all the attention that's being garnered and, tuck up and kind of fall back a little bit. Like I'm not necessarily traveling with them, I'm on my own.
I say, Alafair, why don't you come up and run with the kids, with us? Come on.
Children, not my thing. Just kind of keep on walking.
I start playing with all the children.
Oh, they're losing it. Most of them have never seen an elf before. So they're trying to like grab your hair and run their hands through it and play with your ears and such.
I start picking the children up because I'm so big and strong, and I just start Start tossing them up in there and
Like rocket ship style.
catching them. And then one kid I throw onto a roof just because he was annoying me.
Hell yeah.
I look at you in disapproval. It's my hometown.
The kid looks at Brommus expectingly, like, catch me, and he goes to jump
All
off.
right, I gotta deal with something. Hold on a second.
Oh, alright.
I catch him. I have Darakb come over too, and he's like watching closely.
I'll get up on the roof. I'll put the kid down, so Brommus doesn't hate me.
Alright, you guys want to take a break real quick?
Yeah, that's fine.
Let him take care of that.
I gotta take a pee-pee.
Okay, so Jared had to dip temporarily. Well, not temporarily, dip for the rest of the session, so. Blake, you're here?
Yep.
Alright. So you guys rock up to Wild Bill's Magical Emporium. You see this squat wood building with a lean-to out front. Looks real shabby. There's loose shingles, things hanging off, and on top of the building itself is a large wood painted gnome's head, but it's wearing a wizard hat, like a comical slanted wizard hat, pointed over to it. I don't know if you've ever been inside, Brommus.
I'm familiar. It's my hometown. Everybody
So
knows-
what do we need to
knows
get
Wild-
in there?
Everybody knows Wild Bill. So we go ahead and walk in, and I'll kind of act like I'm very familiar with the place. I'm not really that familiar with the natural stuff, though. But I act like I'm super familiar because I'm with this people I just met. And Old Bill, how you doing? Nice to see you, Brommus.
Brommus Greenlung? Is that you?
Hi. How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing good. If I get the old ball and chain off my back.
Ha ha
You hear from the back of the shop. What the fuck did you say? His wife, promise you know this is Plain Jane. They're both gnomes. Obviously he's a fiery redhead, she's got blue hair.
I got a list of magical goods I'm in need of. Think you can take a look at this list and tell me if you got?
Magic? Well, shit. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you. What you need?
I hand him the list Petros gave me.
Okay. He goes, well, we got the incense, we got the sage. I ain't got them bones. I don't know what you'd be using those for. Rose petals, sure. Dragon tears, sure. Okay, yeah, I think we can fix you up. There's a guy up the road. You know Dr. Renaud? You know, the snake oil salesman? He might have them finger bones, but yeah, everything else I think we can take care of this for 10 gold pieces.
Aye, Dr. Renaud. I hand him the 10 gold pieces.
It's alright. He gets you all the stuff, gets it together. Hey, woman! Where's the sage? You hear clanking from the back. She goes, I'm coming. She brings it out, hands it to you, just spits on the ground, walks away. Everybody make a perception check for me.
Oh my god, bro, what is that?
Just in your own little world. Nice. Widegrowl and Brommus, you both see that the back door is not actually a door into the shop itself. It opens into what looks like a wooded glade, and there's a house, a tree, and a small creek running through it inside the building. Outside is another building behind it. Like, this shouldn't be possible.
I like kind of like bend over like in that direction, like looking like kind of like I'm peeking around a corner, but there is no corner there except for like the corner of the door, like trying to see further and like look just like absolutely shocked, like and look at them like, did you guys just see that?
I ask him, do they live like through the door?
Oh yeah. Owner proprietor says right here, Wild Bill. That's my house.
But inside the door was
It's a demi-plane. You ain't never heard of it?
nope.
Shit.
Shake my head out.
You celebs ain't so modern as the rest of us. Go on.
Is it a portal?
It's roll Arcana. Yeah, you could tell it's like a demi-plane or a small window into an alternate dimension, like a stable pocket.
Okay. Oh, promise. That's just where they live. They just live through another dimension and just on another plane.
Planes, dimensions. I
also tell Alafair that to kind of wow him with my intelligence. How I kind of know that because he didn't even see it, so I'm showing him and I'm telling him what you see through Alafair. You see through that door. That's where they live. Live in another plane.
I'll kind of stop from shuffling around the shelves, trying to find things I might be able to slip into my pocket, while he's not looking, and just look back.
Brommus, make a perception check. You see him eyeing things a little suspiciously.
But, yes, Dimension. Keep the farm inside the shop. I've heard of those. Back to the shelves, kind of pulling books out.
Roll a d20, Blake.
Is that how that works? Yeah.
14. There's nothing there that catches your eye. It's mostly just pretty common stuff you've seen before. Just your run-of-the-mill beginner's arcane stuff.
Okay.
Not really worth anything.
Right.
A couple silver, that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
You guys, they sell other magical items.
Do I notice? Yeah, can I do I notice anything in the shop, like anything that's like locked up or on a display or anything that has any sort of value?
Goes, oh, this right here's my pride and joy, the Wand-O-Matic 2000, and he pats a glass display case on the counter. This right here is bona fide wand of magic missile. Willing to put it on sale for, I don't know, 65 gold pieces. You interested?
I kind of tap the glass and looking at it. It's in a case.
Yeah.
Do I get any sense of what's keeping it secure in there?
Make a spell
Do I have to
check.
roll?
Yeah.
It's a wand.
Yeah. What's the name of the spell? You know definitively that there is a magical trap protecting this. You're not sure on the specifics, though.
Okay.
Could be one of many.
All right.
So
He's also got a couple health potions and a wand of grease with 3 charges. I don't know if you guys are interested. Yeah, grease the spell.
What does that do?
It makes an area difficult terrain, and you could slip it. Not you necessarily, but anyone who's in it could slip and fall prone.
Oh, dude, I'm interested in that. That on the wall over there.
Oh, the grease gun? Yeah. I'll get rid of it for I don't know, 30, 40 pieces, something like that. It's only got 3 charges left.
I kind of go through my coat. I'm assuming I have the gold that Oh, was I supposed to add that, by the way?
Yeah. I mean, you guys can we could hand wave it for now, but we'll keep track of what you spend here if you spend anything. But yeah, you got an extra 100.
So I have 240.
Yeah.
Instead of 140. Okay. He said 30 to 40.
Yeah.
So I'll kind of like meander through my coat as if I'm like looking for gold pieces. What say you 15?
Old diplomacy.
Where's that at?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Your racial ability gives you +1 to diplomacy, so that actually succeeds. He looks at you for a second. He goes, "Ah, what the hell?"
he spits his hand.
Yeah.
I take the coins that I acted like it's all I had and just drop them into his like open hand.
You're a good fella. Any friend of Brommus is a friend of mine.
The wand.
Yeah, I'm getting it. You boys want anything else? And he just kind of like pulls it out and hands it to you.
Is there anything cool for me?
There are... He's got...
Do I just add that to my spells, Chase?
Add it to your inventory, or you could just put like three charges of grease. It's a level 0 spell. It's like a cantrip, but to use the wand, you have to make a successful use magic device roll, and it's basically like an attack.
Mm-hmm.
Widegrowl,
Okay.
there's nothing there for you really. It's mostly for wizards, arcanists, that sort of thing.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate all your help. I gotta be on my way now. And
No problem, boys. And he kind of like leans over the counter. He's like, "You sure you don't need nothing else?" You hear Plain Jane from the back go, "Bill! Get your ass back here! Daughter's on the loose again." He goes, "Ah, shit, I gotta go." And
I
he
know who this character is.
Sort of waves you out of the house or out of the storefront.
All right. We get outside, and I step to the side, or step out to the side of where the entrance of the shop is, and I whistle Darakb to come down, and he flies behind me, almost like sitting on my shoulder, and I pull Alafair off to the side, and I say to him, "Alafair, I saw what you were doing in there. You better be careful. This is my town, my city. You fuck with my people, you fuck with me."
Mean no disrespect. I thought my gold was good here, no?
I saw you before that, whispering around with on the shelves, looking like a goblin toad, troll face, trying to steal, put something below your belt.
Bailey just says, "What'd you do that for? We got all kinds of gold now." And he just goes back to wandering around outside on the street. You guys want to head over to the snake oil?
Yeah,
guy?
and I just walk off after that and head towards the snake oil guy.
All right, it's kind of up the block. He doesn't have a real storefront. It's like a wagon. It has a little pop tent and a shelf that comes out of it. There's a sign in almost like that fancy carnival circus sort of swirly font. It says Dr. Renaud's Monster Hunting Emporium. And there's a man in a suit. He's a little portly. He's a little kind of going bald. He's greasy looking, not very well kempt. The suit's a piss poor attempt to look rich, but you could tell he's definitely not so well off across the board. And he's got a bunch of potions, a bunch of magical items and things that are on display on the shelves, and a couple of books that he self-authored that are autobiographies of him slaying certain famous monsters. He goes, "Come one, come all. Welcome to Renard's. It is I, Dr. Renard, renowned monster hunter. What can I do for you? I sense friends of the craft."
Dr. Renard. How are you, Brommus? I've got a list. I only need one thing left. I was sent here by Wild Bill. Need some goblin toes.
Oh, Bill. Strange toes. I've got finger bones. Will those work?
Finger bones. Goblin finger bones. Yes.
Trivial. Only here for something that costs a few copper pieces. You look like capable sorts. You sure I can't interest you in anything else? I've got quite the selection.
I'm kind of eyeing the wares on the cart, like again, seeing if I detect anything that's of any value or any sustained magical presence that I might want to use.
Alafair roll. Well, you don't have to roll. You're using detect magic then.
I'd rather it be a little more organic, like if I can just roll like knowledge arcana or something.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, you can do that too. Or perception. Anyone else?
Oh, yeah, let me do perception. I was gonna say my arcana actually kind of sucks.
We can roll perception, or
Does he tell us what he has available for him?
He does, but let me wait till everyone rolls first. 18, 16. What about Brommus? 13. You see, there's probably a dozen or so glass beakers with potions inside of them, and several wands and a few vials that they say alchemist fire, but for a fact it's not alchemist fire. It doesn't glow. You see a particularly wicked-looking black wand. It's jagged, it's sharp, it has spines pointing out of it, and there's what appear to be very sharp teeth near the hilt, towards the base of it. I don't know if you want to detect magic on any of that.
Yes, the wand.
Yeah. Well, it's an AoE. It's like an aura thing. So, 3 of the potions and 2 other wands light up immediately. Everything else you can tell is essentially mundane. It has no magical, no properties whatsoever. It's just that wicked-looking wand is just a stick. He goes, I see you have a fine eye. This is the wand of Alafair, a great and powerful sorceress I slew 20 years ago. Just gesturing like, yes.
The twig on the counter.
Twig. This is a wand. Great wand. I could get rid of it for 450 gold pieces. It's quite a bargain. It's easily worth 3 or 4 times that much.
That.
Yes.
The walking stick. The etcher. As I said before, twig.
He looks at you strangely. You can tell he's completely full of shit. He has no idea what he's got on the shelves.
Tell me about these, and I'll point to the ones that I actually detected magic on.
He walks by, does a sort of handed inventory, picks things up, inspects them, rattles off names. None of it is legitimate. The longer you keep the detect magic running, you can tell two of the wands are restorative in nature. Or sorry, rather, one of them is restorative in nature. One is necromantic in nature. And there are a few health potions. Or you can tell they're curative health potions as well. If you want to point specifics out, he'll give you prices and stuff.
The necromancer wand. That one there.
What, this? This is a hovel. This is a stick. I mean, so I suppose I could part with it for 10 gold pieces, maybe.
5. For the stick, the twig, I need something to pick my teeth between meals.
I suppose 5 would be enough. And he hands it over in exchange for the gold.
I'll kind of wiggle the gold between my fingers. And what if I get some potions? Do I get a deal on those as well?
Which potions did you have in mind?
The group of 4. Which I guess I did. There were 4, right? That I detected magic on?
There's really only 2.
Or the 2 then.
These are potions of giant strength, I'm told. I got them from a rather reputable source in Varisia. I could be... Well, normally they retail for 50 gold pieces apiece, but if you're going to get them both and this stick, how would you feel about 70 gold pieces for the lot?
70 gold. How about just the 4 gold pieces we agreed on before? And I'll just kind of try to shuffle them 4 gold for the wand. As if that was like...
diplomacy. Oh my god.
Ooh.
That was a 20.
Well,
Natural 20.
no, that wasn't. Oh, it wasn't natural.
-2 though, because of...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, natural 20s are automatic successes, though.
Yeah. But... but Dad!
10 gold pieces.
Fine, 10. I just drop them begrudgingly. Kind of like it, again, making it seem like it was my last 10 gold that I fucking had on me. Now that it's in my possession, do I know exactly what it does? Like can I, I'll inspect
either
it, I guess?
you or Valan can make a spellcraft check on it. You do it first.
Yeah, I'll do it first to see if I know what it is, and if not, I'll ask him. Spellcraft. Why is it not letting... Okay, there we go.
18. You... Well, what did you do, the potions or the wand?
The wand.
You know that is a wand of cause light wounds.
Ooh, cool.
Inflict light wounds is what it's called. You know that it has 4 charges, and given your condition, just you knows that positive energy hurts you, negative energy heals you.
I can heal myself
This is negative
with it,
energy,
or,
yeah. Yeah, you could either use it to cause
someone with it?
damage, or you could heal yourself effectively.
What? That's fucking sick. Cool. And, alright. I just say, my shopping's done. Did we get our bones?
Yeah, he handed them over to Brommus pretty much right away.
Hey, you guys mind if I stop at the bank and get this loan finalized and all that stuff?
Yeah, so we'll get you your cows and
My cows and my farm hands.
then I suppose there's only one more stop for us to make.
Aye, mate.
You also know you got 2 potions of cure light wounds.
Oh, I got those potions as well with that 10 gold?
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Oh.
He has no idea what he's got.
Oh, okay, sick. Hell yeah.
It's like Gilderoy Lockhart, completely full of shit kind of guy.
I didn't know that I got those, but I intended on giving those to Josh and Brommus and oh my
Widegrowl.
god. Widegrowl. So I just hand them to them for yourselves, but not for me. I just kind of hand them the potions because they would damage me, correct?
The potions, I don't think so. Flavor, it might. Hang on.
Too late. No givesy backsies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were for you guys anyway. Kind of like the first trust I'm going to show you at all.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't actually hurt you. You might think it does, but
Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right. But yeah, I give you guys one of the potions each.
All right. I reach out, like look at him, kind of shocked, and I say, "Nice, thank you."
Yeah. The snake oil salesman, the conjurer of tricks, didn't know he had something worth actual value on that van.
you're pretty sure at least 2 of the potion vials on the rack are just water with it, like incense and rosemary in them.
Yeah.
And I look at Widegrowl. All right, let's head to the bike.
All right. Is march on over to the first bank at Chastel. Everybody go in, or just Widegrowl?
I stay outside and I sit on the step.
Hey, you mind if you come in with me? Because last time I went into a bank by myself, they were very anti-orc. And it would be cool to have a little backup in there.
I don't think too many under the lights are fond of my kind either. I'll be staying out here. I kind of like retract to any shadows I can find outside the bank.
Brommus, do you know anyone that'll, you know anyone at this bank that could help me out?
He's definitely done transactions there before. You know, they're pretty affable. You guys can, you two can roll knowledge local if you want.
Me? Or
No, those two. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, you and Blood Girl.
Yeah. You know my knowledge local be hitting, boy. But
Promise you know without having to roll that Chastel is very much like a Wild West frontier town. And they don't have the big city prejudices that a lot of these other sort of regal, upscale, noblesse kind of towns do. It's very much like a fuck around and find out sort of atmosphere here, but that's about it. So you know he's not going to be screwed with.
Okay. I look at him, and I speak to him in Orcish.
Oh shit!
I just tell him that he'll be okay.
And what's it sound like?
And I say to him in Orcish that he'll be okay. I'll say, I'll keep an eye on the Mesma. Make sure nobody notices anything.
All right, I say. All right, thanks. I walk inside. I walk up.
Josh knows Orcish. That's cool.
Alafair, roll linguistics real quick too.
Oh.
Your ears perked up as they did that.
Mm-hmm. That is one of my things. Damn. That's with a +5? Or 5 total, never mind.
Let's see. Well, you're sure they're speaking Orcish. That's about it. Can't make heads or tails.
Okay. Noted. Noted.
Alright. You guys go in? There are two of you go in?
I go in.
I stay outside.
I'm in the shadows, trying to hide.
I'm keeping an eye on the Mesmer, just sitting on the steps of the bank.
Pretty much right away, the one of the tellers kind of goes, "How you doing, sir? What can we do for you? Welcome to First National Bank, First Chastel Bank."
I'm here to get some cows and some farmhands. I got a loan, need a lien.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see what you got. Show me the paperwork.
I pull out my paperwork, slap it right down on the table.
The lady kind of picks it up, looks through. She goes, "Oh, Savilis house, fancy. One of them Chelish banks. Well, you must be mighty important, mister. This is a big line of credit right here. 20,000 platinum pieces. Oh my. What'd you make a deal with the devil or something?" I'm just kidding. Alright, yeah, looks like we can take care of this for you. Hang on one sec. We'll get this credit line started. She goes ahead and starts filling the paperwork out. Gets you to sign what you need to sign. Goes ahead and approves it for $20,000 worth of livestock, accessories, labor, etc. related to livestock. She goes, "Alright, well, this is all good. You can head on over to the cattle exchange and, do what you gotta do out there."
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Well, you're welcome. You have a nice day, sweetie.
You too. I'll walk out.
Chelish Bank. My, oh my. She kind of just says as you're walking away.
Go up to Brommus.
Yeah,
Where'd the Mesmer go?
I said, yeah, I'm shocked to see him so quick.
Oh, the Mesmerist back.
Well, that was quick. Well, anything else you need to do, mate?
No, I'll set up the cow delivery later.
You should
I'm
probably,
ready.
You should probably do that first.
Oh man, I was really wanting to see some. All right, I guess we should go set up the cow delivery to get the cows delivered to my farm. You know where that is?
Yeah, it's just kind of like out towards the western part of the city.
I acknowledge him and start walking.
All right.
Shake my head up and down.
I'm starting to get annoyed at this point, like a little kid in Dillard's with his mom that's been shopping for like 2 hours. Kind of like,
The sun is just
Yep.
beating down on the three of you too.
Yeah. well, especially me.
Yeah.
I'm not having a good time. But yeah, I follow.
Okay. Well, you guys rock up to the cattle exchange. It's a big series of buildings. There's a giant pen with, hundreds and hundreds of cattle inside it. Bunch of horses, cowboys, cowpoke, the whole nine milling around it, and plenty of people walking up, looking to trade livestock, buy, sell, slaughter, do whatever. 1 second. You know, Brommus, that this place is run by a man named Voltar or Trotsky, who goes, they call him the Baron. He's not really a baron, he's just a salesman. They call him the Cattle Baron.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big old fat man. Get you guys a picture real quick. That's him right there.
Hell yeah.
And seeing the two of you walk up, he goes, "My oh my, Brommus Greenlung. Why ain't you a sight for sore eyes? Who's your friend?"
This is my mate, Widegrowl. He's got a loan from the bank, looking to get some cattle. Figured you'd be the guy to talk to.
Well, you came to the right place. Nice to meet you, Mr. Widegrowl. I didn't catch your last name.
Iager. Widegrowl Iager.
Iager. From the ranch over in Canterwall? Iager?
Sure is. Yep. The one and only.
My, oh my. Well, we've been after your business for a long time. You are definitely in the right place.
Well, you got it, buddy.
What is it you're looking for? I mean, you just summarize. It's like a bunch of cattle.
Livestock.
Yeah, guys.
If you got hands for rent, I'll take some hands.
I do. Let me see the paperwork from the bank, if you'd be so kind.
Slap it right in his hands. Give it straight to him.
He looks it over too. He goes, "Ooh, ooh, a Chelish bank. Well, you must be doing real well for yourselves." All right, hang on 1 second. Let me get you over to my lead talent procurement officer. And he sort of like fluffs his collar as he says that. He's gross, sweaty, walks with an exaggerated swagger. He's like a car salesman. And you can tell he's really about this. He's super anxious to make the deal. He sees dollar signs in a continuous investment.
While this is going on,
Yep.
I look at the Mesmer. I'm like, this orc's got some money, eh?
It seems so. Do I know, because they were talking about his ranch, can I roll like local knowledge or something to see if I know, like, do I know where Widegrowl's from now? Because I guess I never really knew that before.
Yeah, you know he's from Canterwall. You can roll for that. You can do local if you want.
Or like, do I know about like the wealth of his farm though? You know what I mean? Ooh.
You know, it's one of the... You've heard of it. It's one of the biggest ranches, like, in... Canterwall's the breadbasket of the country. You know that this is one of the biggest, like, suppliers of livestock, of wheat, grasses, all this food-related production. Horses, etc. as well for, carriages, for racing, for what they supply a lot to the aristocracy.
All right. Yeah, I just kind of relay that to Josh, though, like, as I overheard him talking.
And
You know,
you guys
like-
also all know, again, we've said that we briefly touched on this a couple episodes back, but there's like a recession going on throughout the whole country, and so everything's been in a steep decline for, almost a decade now.
So me getting that loan was pretty lucky, right?
Pretty much $1,000,000 to 1, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
My boy's got money.
Right?
That's what I can tell by how excited the guy is and everything.
Oh yeah, he's geeked. I mean, he's just
Yeah.
like he's salivating almost at the mouth, like. He points Widegrowl off in a direction towards a cowhand who's up, sort of riding on a horse, a couple 100 yards away, and he turns to you, Brommus, and he says, "Oh, Mr. Greenlung, I'm sorry to have heard about your brother and your nephew. You know your father was a dear, dear friend of mine, and well, it's terrible news."
I almost act like I don't hear him, and I kind of like look down at the ground and like kind of kick at the dirt a little bit, and I say, "My brother, my nephew. I'm gonna get them back."
Well, you are a determined sort. I know it. Still, it's a shame. I wish you to come to me to settle your estate instead of that dim-wit mayor of ours. And he just walks away. Someone else catches his eye, flags him down. He says, "Business is business." He kind of teeters off. Widegrowl, you approach this cowhand. Make a perception check.
The cowhand that I'm gonna hire.
Yep. 16. You kind of squint for a second as he's riding up towards you. You flagged him down a little bit. After a split second, a realization dawns on you. This is Thaddeus Radivarium. You know him as Thaddeus Radius, or just Rad. He's used to be an old cowhand that worked on you when you were a teenager. He's the guy who taught you how to box. You guys kind of grew up together, at least a couple years older than you, and a few years back he left due to lack of work. And he goes, "Hot damn. Widegrowl Iager. The hell are you doing out here?"
Rat that himself.
He like wraps you up in a bear hug, and he's like, "God damn, man. Hey, I'm sorry to hear about your mom. I was pretty far out. I was in Ardeal when it happened, so shit, man."
It's hard getting around these days. I've been on a train for days. Feels like.
I hear that. Nothing as good as horseback, man. What you
Right.
doing out here?
Got me alone, expanding the farm, buying some cows, looking for a strapping young man like you.
No shit. Well, hey, listen, man. Day labor's all good, but I'm looking for foreman work now. I'm trying to run a crew, you know what I mean?
How would you feel about running mine? Feel like it's
Shit.
gonna be big enough.
What we talking? 10, 20 guys? You know,
Start?
You know, there's like probably you could do like 30 or 40, at least.
I'll start you at 20, and then start you at 30. Work you up to 40, 50. Gonna be a big operation.
Oh shit! Like the good old days, huh? All right, damn. Oh, Josh, your webcam cut. He goes, "All right, damn. Well, I take it you got the cattle arrangement set up, but I can handle the logistics. Let me go ahead, clock out real fast, and I'll get you a car. We'll hook it up to the train, and we'll roll from there. Well, in this case, couple cattle cars. I'm gonna tote to the back."
You got me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can hear you now, yeah. Oh, there we go.
Sorry. You see blue screen.
All right. Well, we're headed to this local spot that Brommus knows. You want to come with us? It's gonna be a great time.
I can't, man. You know it's gonna take a couple hours to wrangle all these cattle and all these drunk-ass cowboys together.
All right, you son of a bitch.
Good to see you, man.
I'll see you on the train, I guess.
Kind of claps up like that. It's like, hell yeah.
All right, Brommus. Finished up here. Off we go.
Alright. Off to see an old friend. And I start walking in the direction of Ambrosia.
Alright. Guys, you guys make your ways almost into the heart of Chastel, into the heart of the spiral, because it spins around the middle section. There's a big open air market you walk through. Produce, food, clothing, all that kind of stuff. Let me clear some space on here real quick. You guys walk up to a 3-story building situated at the end of a block, kind of on its own. You can tell this was probably the nicest building in town 30 or 40 years ago. The siding is starting to fall off, the paint's chipped, the wood's getting dry rotted and moldy. On that patio deck you see there about a half a dozen working girls in loose attire, catcalling all the dudes walking outside. There's a couple guys on the porch too, calling out to the ladies as they walk past. You guys walk up?
Hell yeah.
I look back at both of them and I say, keep an eye on your coins, boys. It's an easy place to spend a lot.
I'm looking for a slot to put my coins in.
Everybody roll perception. Valan is absolutely humming with excitement, by the way. Oh my god. The four of you see, inscribed in an arch above the doorway, a sentence in Varisian. Alafair, you're the only one that speaks Varisian, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else does.
Okay. You know it says, "Let all I have lived be as though it were a dream." And it's surrounded by dark violet butterfly, stylized like butterfly wings.
Okay.
So I'll kind of look up at the scripture above the doorway and almost whisper to myself, "Let all I've lived be as if it were a dream." And I kind of like smirk. Thanks, Brommus. This is the place.
Hi, this is it. You boys go have fun. You meet back up in an hour or so, whatever, and I'll be, I have somebody I'm looking for here.
Well, you guys are gonna have to all go in together. There's like a coat check and stuff.
Yeah, we walk in together. I'm just letting them know that I have business to attend to.
As you guys are walking up, some of the girls kind of stop and grab you by the arm. And they're like, "Hey, sweetie, how you doing?" You know, trying to pull you away before you get inside. There's a doorman there who essentially steps out and blocks the way as soon as you walk up to the main doorway. Let me go ahead and change our pages real quick. And he says, whoa, my friends. There's a cover charge. 5 gold pieces each.
And I hand over the 5 gold.
I say, hold on. I got us, guys. I give the guy 15.
Hold my money back, put it in my purse. Coin purse.
I'll cast message on the doorman.
Okay.
And I'll whisper to him and say, "Akava, do you trust no one?"
He looks at you sharply, looks at each of the three of you. He's not sure who said that exactly, and he thinks back. "Only myself."
I just kind of nod and shuffle Brommus and Widegrowl past.
He goes, whoa. Sorry for the misunderstanding, cousin. He hands you guys back your coins, and he leans in and points at one of the coat check girls. Hang on one second. Change pages again. right in here. And he sort of gives a hand sign. And he goes, you're in. Drinks around the house. You're a friend from Caliphus? You've been expected.
Thank you. And I'll just kind of bow, and as I come back up, I'll have my ticket and just kind of tap on the back.
Yeah, he just turns back to the door. He's just not paying attention anymore. As you guys walk through the coat check, you see there's a couple people milling around, kind of rough lumberjack sorts, and they're being patted down. They have to hand over all their stuff. You guys are cleared to go straight through, weapons and all.
Alafair, what was that about?
A friend, a favor. I see them in the same light.
No tricks.
No tricks.
Guys, you two can roll a knowledge local. Widegrowl and Brommus. See, Widegrowl, you're not dead certain, but you're pretty sure you've run into joints like this before. I mean, you can tell this is a Zarni outfit. You know that these guys are mobbed up. You get the loose sense that Alafair might be a little bit too.
Okay. Hey, Brommus.
Which guys? Can you pick them again? Sorry.
The people who the staff, the workers and stuff, bouncers and all.
Sorry.
I pull. I'm not gonna tell Brommus yet. I walk in. I go to the bar, grab a drink.
As soon as I walk in, can I see if I notice
Valen,
anybody?
before you guys do anything, Valen just goes, "Is this a Sarni joint? I've heard of these guys." Immediately, half the staff turns and whips and looks at this cocky little elf.
I'll just kind of pat Valen on the shoulder and stand everybody down. How about a drink, boys? It's been a long trip. I've got a friend right over here that I know, and I kind of snap at the barmaiden, and she starts, I don't know, getting a spot ready for us.
Okay. As you guys walk in, you see, there's a couple of half moon couches with tables at them. They look padded, but they're faded, torn, ripped, all of that. There's a big, almost 10 by 10 circular couch in the center of the room, right in front of the stage. A bunch of small tables with seats and chairs. These four rounded objects here, these are actually open bird cages, but they're big enough to accommodate 2 or maybe even 3 people, where the doors have been pulled off, and inside is a beanbag-like kind of chair or a cushion. And most of them are occupied by at least 2 or 3 working girls, or 2 girls and a customer, or something like that, as they're watching this play unfold on stage. You guys go ahead and roll. You can roll knowledge local.
Our rolls are so bad tonight.
It gives and it takes.
Yeah, my knowledge locals have been fucking snapping.
Alright, Alafair and Widegrowl both. Hey, let me get this right. You guys know what you're seeing is a burlesque rendition of the infamous satire play by the brothers Dilla Devlin, known as the Clan of the Duck.
The Clan of the Duck.
You also know this is the climax of the 5th act, where Amelia, who is a fat man in an ornate opera dress with a very, very fine corset and a comically large giant powdered wig on, stumbles into her illicit lover, the Viscount Ivanovich, in bed with another man, his manservant Dumond. Both of those actors are scantily clad women in loose states of undress. They're not quite naked, but they're getting there. And at the denouement of the scene, Amelia, the male actor, takes his own life with the by drinking from a vial of poison, just as the guards burst onto the stage, which are basically more naked women cavorting out with fake swords. Welcome to Ambrosia.
Hell yeah.
Do I notice anybody in the room that I recognize?
You don't know, not yet. You know you have a meeting upstairs though.
I'm sitting there enjoying my drink. I look at Valan. I say, "Boy, make sure you behave yourself in here. You could get in a lot of trouble.
It's just
There's a lot of coins."
He's not saying anything. He's just wide-eyed looking around the room.
But
nervously adjusting his collar and tie.
These girls here, they take you for a ride. Worse than 2 orcs and fucking 2 sticks and 2 stones.
Alafair, you know that you guys are marked as, friends of the family. You're not going to get taken advantage of or fucked with or robbed.
And that's why I look at Josh and say, a lot of trouble, yes. A lot of fun as well. And I kind of slide a drink across the table to Valan.
He just knocks it back in one go. Nervous
I
shot.
raise my glass and I say,
it's like
a lot of trouble.
I look at the waitress and make a motion for them to keep coming. Drinks.
As you do, 3 of the girls saunter up and just surround Valan and start cooing and saying all kinds of sweet nothings and feeling him up and stroking his hair, trying to get in close and, oh, what's your name? How are you? Blah, 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 all that stuff.
His dad's the Speaker of the Woods,
Speaker of the Woods. That's his son.
I'm good at speaking to wood, one of them giggles.
Oh, boys, he's lost. He's lost now.
This guy just nervously keeps drinking.
I'm finally having a good time and relaxing a little bit just because I know I'm safe here.
Mm-hmm.
Do I notice anybody? I'm still, I'm there to
make a perception check for me.
Yeah, gotcha. That's all I was just about to say. Should I just roll perception?
Yeah.
Ugh.
8. No, you scan the room. You don't see any familiar faces or anybody you recognize immediately. Nobody jumps out at you. You could probably ask one of the barmaids or staff members or something.
Yeah. So I'll do, I guess the next girl that walks by, sweetheart, come here. And then I'll just show her the letter and say, anyone tell you I was coming?
Oh. You'll be wanting Ophelia. She points at the woman who is playing the Count on stage, who they're kind of bowing out and the curtains are starting to fall, and she sort of waves her over. She's like, oh, Ophelia, and points at you, and then she runs off towards one of the Johns on the floor.
Okay.
And the girl, Ophelia, she looks at you and she just gives you the nod and looks up towards the next floor and disappears into the back. But there's changing rooms and stuff back there, so she'll come out and meet you upstairs.
I'll kind of grab Greenlung and Widegrowl. Lads, I have business. Have fun. And I'll just kind of tip them, fling a gold coin in the air for each of them. And give them a little pat and walk upstairs.
Sean, God bless.
All right. Keep your wits about you, mate.
So it gets me to... I'm at 200, so it's 198.
I just wasn't even going to add it, just...
I took it off. It's all good.
It's all going to be gone at the end of session 0 anyway, so...
Yeah.
Get it how you live. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Did they do anything downstairs, or do I just head up there?
It's up to them. Or you want to? We want to do your section first. We can do that.
I don't care. I don't. Even if they want to follow me, I'm okay with that too. Whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, you guys want to head upstairs?
I kind of implied that I wanted to go by myself by giving them the money, but if they're like, oh, like I wouldn't, I guess, really mind.
Well,
I'll let him go.
Brommus has been here before. You know that there's like VIP rooms and then the casino on the 2 floors upstairs.
I understand what's going on, and I have business to attend to as well.
Well, yours is upstairs too, so
I want to let him do his thing, and then do mine.
okay.
If they can come, I was just gonna let him do his and come back or whatever.
Before you can run upstairs, you see the girl come out from over here, Alafair. This is like the actor's stage room. And she walks over to you and kind of flags the bartender for a drink. And
Okay.
She's standing right next to you, but not really looking in your direction or talking to you or anything. Just sits there sipping for a minute or two. And out of nowhere, she just goes, still without looking at you, she goes, I used to clean houses, before they taught me to sing.
I just kind of look at Greenlung and Widegrowl and laugh and say, black-eyed angels used to line this shore.
I even went to heaven in a little rowboat once. Sometimes we all get frightened. She sort of like pats you on the shoulder.
Just a pale imitation with the edges sawn off.
She looks away for a second. Goes, job's gonna kill you slowly. But me, my heart is full up like a satchel.
Can't take it with you.
Big shiny bruises that don't seem to heal. Me, I say bring on the trumpets.
You look tired, unhappy.
They never spoke for us. Nothing but dirty handshakes and black ink. She touches you on the shoulder again.
Like ripples on a blank shore.
Shame. It was such a pretty house. And such a pretty garden.
Me? I'll take a quiet life.
She gets up to walk away. As she does, she kind of catches you by the hand like this. And she whispers, no mistakes, cousin. And then walks away. The two of you, not Alafair, but Brommus and Widegrowl, go ahead and make perception checks. Alafair, she slipped you something into your coat pocket, but no one else saw.
Perfect. I just, after that conversation that they obviously didn't I just pretend like nothing happened.
Yeah,
And
she's
just kinda sit
gone.
back down
She's
before them.
vanished into the crowd. Some guy walks up, kind of smacks her on the ass, and she giggles and walks away with him. For reference too. Hang on, let me. I forget.
Oh, that's her.
That's Ophelia.
But I'll just plop back down in the booth with Greenlung and Widegrowl. Sorry about that. Business done.
Say, I familiar with her, huh?
You got any friends?
Oh, her? No, that was just a bunch of babbling nonsense, as I'm sure you heard. Friends. Everyone here is friend. Or family, I guess.
Alright. I take a look at Valan, make sure that he's okay. He's hammered, surrounded by women.
He just gives you a thumbs up.
Yep.
Woo!
Alright. I have some business to attend to. On the second story. There's also the casino up there, too. If you guys would like to take a visit there as well.
I mean, you can't take it with you.
You know, I get a little free reign around these places. I have an idea. What game do you guys frequent?
You know they've got, like, there's roulette, there's poker, there's blackjack, and there's a game called Pharaoh. It's kind of like a rummy-esque game, I think, that they used to play in, like, the Wild West era.
Fancy yourselves much of the old spin and ball?
Oh, and there's craps tables up there. I forgot about that.
Ooh.
Aye.
Or
Perhaps
perhaps
I have a
right.
friend to see.
Sure. Do what you must. I'm gonna enjoy my stay. I kind of get up and I'll walk up there and meet up with you whenever you're done.
I kind of follow him, but like a little bit further behind because I'm not trying to hide. It kind of makes me nervous.
There's dozens of people milling around, not counting the working girls and the staff and stuff. No one's gonna pay attention or care out here.
And also, we're all marked, right? Like,
Yeah, you guys are like, people could tell you're obviously connected. All of them.
Like I want to hang out with Alafair, but like I don't know if he wants to hang out with me.
No, yeah. I'm like, come on.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
All
Like,
right,
yeah,
invite
let's-
me upstairs.
You know
I
the
wanna
go
casino's,
gamble.
the casino's up on the 3rd floor, so you guys want to do that. Brommus, what do you do?
I get off on the 2nd floor.
Okay. So as you're walking up the staircase, kind of scrawny, red-haired, real leggy girl leans over the railing from the 3rd floor, and she goes, "Hey, Greenlung." I don't know if I should wait or...
Do I look up?
Yeah.
I look up.
You recognize it's a woman named Camilla who you've met before. And she goes, 203, and points towards one of the doors. And sort of dips her head back, walks up to the 3rd floor.
I break off and go to 203. Boys, have fun. Be safe. Watch your coin.
Alright, so 203 is here. As all you guys do before we go into this, as you walk up on the 2nd floor, it's like 2 open rooms on each side that are they call them the muse rooms, and there's basically just Johns and working girls in there where the artsy types congregate. Most of the girls, they're either singing or playing some sort of musical instrument or painting or reciting poetry, while the guys just get stoned and watch. Or they're dudes openly smoking pesh or hookahs.
Ooh.
Some people smoking flyleaf. You know pesh is the heroin equivalent, basically.
Oh, boy.
Or opium, rather.
I got opium done.
Yeah. The rest of the rooms here, with the exception of the guarded one over in the corner, are all VIP rooms for girls and for Johns. You want to go to 203?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to 203.
Okay. As you do, you have a secret knock, or an agreed upon kind of specialized knock to hit the door with.
I walk up to the door and use my secret code.
All right. After a couple seconds, you hear the door unlock and you walk inside. And standing in there is your friend Taro, who looks like this. I think I'm on the wrong layer. Right. She's standing in there and just kind of hands on hips. She goes, "Greenlung."
I put my hand on her shoulder, and I kind of like put my hand down. I walk up to her, put my hand on her shoulder. I put my head down and I say, "Aye, it's good to see a familiar face." I got your message. Tell me you have news for me.
It's good to see you too. I was worried sick. I do have news, but it's probably not what you want to hear. We haven't found him yet. Your brother or your nephew. Or Delnos. I mean, they vanished into them woods.
Just when I hear that name, I kind of like wince. Delnos. When I hear that name, I kind of wince.
She goes to kind of touch your shoulder, but stops short. And after a second, she goes, "But we found the girl. The one they used to set you up. She's going by the name Misty Mountains now. We found her in Cortad. She's laying low out there. I think they might be after her too.
Hey?
Well, Delnos' guys.
I just can't understand. Why I could be put in that position.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was just revenge, but what the hell they were even doing here in the first place? I mean, if there ain't but 30 or 40 of us rangers left, it's getting harder and harder to stay out here. It's getting harder and harder to keep guys on for patrols. I mean, I got Remus doing surveillance over in Cortad. He's got her under careful watch, but I wish I could do more. I should have been able to do more.
When I hear Remus's name, like I kind of like perk up and feel a little better. I say, Remus, when was the last time you've heard from Remus? How is he?
She just looks away and sighs. Roll sense motive.
Nine.
She just, after a second, she goes, you're caught up in your grief. You're not really able to read too much into it, but she just goes, he's good. He's capable. It's good he's out there. We haven't been seeing much of each other lately. Work stress. She looks out the window. She turns away.
I kind of take a moment, like I'm pacing in the room, like kind of like tensions kind of building within me. You can kind of tell like by like I'm picking up my pace and my facial expressions, and kind of like cursing and dwarven under my breath, just like my brother Eaton, my nephew. I have to avenge them. I must find him.
She turns back to you and she goes, "You will. There ain't a better damn tracker in this county than you are. I have faith. You just gotta hang in a little longer."
I just fall to my hands and knees and like kind of like almost like it's the first opportunity that I'm like grieving my brother's death. I just start bawling, crying like a fucking dwarfing baby that's never cried before.
She just sort of stands watch over the door. She doesn't say anything. Just lets you go through it.
After I pass for a moment, I say, "I'm sorry, friend. It's been a tough couple weeks. Thank you for the message. I must be on my way."
Alright. You can meet Remus in the Grey Quarter in Cortad. He's got her pinned down pretty good out there. She sort of stays in the room.
Anything you need me to take to Remus?
Go ahead, roll sense motive again.
Everyone?
No, just him. Oh.
Jeez Louise, man, my dice are
Yeah, you're
weighted
tonight.
shit tonight.
She just, after a second, she pauses. She goes, "No, just send Camilla back in here. just turns around and looks out the window again.
Okay, as I'm walking out, I'm like wiping my tears with my cloak, like trying to get my shit together, like trying to, make sure like no one can tell that I was just in here crying, and I walk out and head in the direction of the casino.
Okay. Where's Darakb at in this entire exchange too? Is he inside with you, or because this place is huge? There's like rafters on each story that he could fly up to and land on.
Darakb was outside of the building, on top of the peak of the roof, just like watching over, making sure that.
Okay. Cool.
I walk up to the casino looking for Camilla to let her know that Darakb is looking for her, or I can send her down, and then I can look for the place.
Later did I just put that on? Why did that not show up? Ah, whatever. Okay, so she goes down in there, and then you just hear the door slam shut. Alright. So the two of you are up there, and you see Brommus come up the stairs. Where are you guys situated at here? This is, just for reference, this is the poker table. This is one giant bar up here. This is a blackjack and roulette table. This is a faro and roulette table. And these are both craps tables.
I'll be at the craps table, and then I'm getting ready to play. I don't know if John's with me.
Oh, where are you, John?
Yeah.
Did you guys already up
Or
there?
Widegrowl. Yeah.
Yeah, I follow him to the
We'd
craps
be here.
table.
Why is it not?
Okay.
Hang on. It's not letting me drag and drop for some reason. There we go. Alright, so you're there. Where are you at, Widegrowl? Brommus, just as you're about to walk up the stairs, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Should have done this a minute ago. You see 3 of the girls have hog-tied Valan and are taking him up onto the stage. And you hear the word seesaw. That's it. He's not in any trouble. He's just being toted up there.
Does he look happy?
He looks ecstatic. Where would you like to be in the casino?
There's a stage in the casino?
No. You saw it it's like a big open staircase going from floor to floor, and you could like.
So we
peer
can
down.
look down on it. Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
All right,
like over
I'm
in this area. You could see over down towards
Okay.
the stage and stuff.
I walk in and I immediately go get another drink because I'm just going through dramatic conversation, and then I come back over here and stand like I have to hold it right there after I get the drink.
Towards the balcony.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm watching the show, but also peeking back every once in a while to keep an eye on these two,
Nice.
so I can listen to hear if they win a jackpot.
Nice. All right. Let's have you guys go ahead and roll 1d100. The two of you.
Owie.
I think it's an effect thing, right?
No, that's pretty good. You guys just got 20 and 27 gold pieces respectively. Widegrowl got the more of them because he rolled better. Or no, sorry, other way around. Alafair got more. You rolled. Essentially, you won. Both you guys won Hence.
Hey.
Nice. Lady Luck's on our side tonight, boys.
Can I proposition to Widegrowl and play again?
I think we're on a hot streak, my friend.
You never stop when you're winning, and you never stop when you're losing.
All right, go ahead and roll again.
You sound like you have a gambling problem.
Oops.
Oh my god. Oh, not a good roll. That's
Woo!
someone from before. What the fuck?
Oh!
Wow. Hold on. Jesus. Okay, you guys both win. Well, we'll call it 40 gold pieces apiece.
Damn. And how much did I win last time?
I don't know. 30 something, 25 something.
Thir- Okay, so I'll just say 290 now. Damn. Would you say that that's enough money where people in the casino are perhaps taking notice?
Yeah, I would say a crowd is starting to gather for sure.
Because I noticed that happening, I recognized that. I look down at Valan. Valan's okay. He's just hammered, drunk, having a good time. Never been around.
He's just motorboating a fat woman.
Yeah. And I walk over to the table with them. I sit down at the table as well.
Can I cast message?
Sure.
So I'm gonna cast message to Widegrowl and to I can contact multiple people at once, right? Like a group chat, basically, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or at least to party members.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'd say you guys could if you needed to.
Okay. Yeah. So I just kind of say to Widegrowl and Brommus through message, I think I have a foolproof plan to make us some money.
Let's hear it.
Oh god.
Well, you see, we're on a bit of a streak. We've got a couple hits here, but that ball, I think it might land where I need it to.
Oh shit.
I just nod.
How much you got on you there? Greenlung? Widegrowl?
Well, with what I just earned, about 300, 305, 310.
Greenlung?
We're sitting at the table having this conversation.
No, I'm
Mentally,
messaging you telepathically.
And you can hear me, and I'm not speaking out loud.
you just think
Mhm.
back, yeah.
Okay, all right. 240.
Well, what do you say, boys? A foolproof plan of putting 300 gold coin on whatever number you like, and I make sure the ball makes it there.
Sounds great to me.
This will be a test of trust, Mesmer.
Girls,
Trust
a
it
round
is.
of drinks! And I grab all 300 gold. 300 on lucky number 13.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, roll 1d100.
All of us?
No, just Alafair. How would you like to influence this? Are you gonna cast something, or are you gonna sleight of hand?
What way do you think is more?
What were you gonna do first? Let's see if we can do it.
Yeah, I was either gonna like sleight of hand to disrupt the wheel, or just cast prestidigitation to like spin the wheel or make the ball hop like into the spot.
Which would you like to do? Which of the two?
I think I'd like to sleight of hand, where I'm like, come on, and I bump the table just enough to where it kind of makes the ball hop right into the last spot.
Go ahead.
Roll sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That is enough to have not been noticed, at least.
11.
Let's go.
Go ahead, roll
Nice.
roll 1d100 again. Holy fuck. You boys just struck 900 gold pieces.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Oh my god.
I grab both of them. I go, oh boys, we did it. Here's your 200 and your 200.
As you do that, the woman standing next to Widegrowl with the green hair just goes, "Hot damn, son! You boys are on a streak tonight." Hell yeah! The crowd's just like, there's a general murmur and there's a big uproar, and one of the staff members comes walking over to Alafair and they just go, "Okay, cousin. That's enough action for tonight."
I just kind of laugh, like as I'm rolling a coin over my finger, you know.
Alright, each of you guys roll perception.
Oh, I'm sorry. I also respond to the lady. Yes, ma'am. A streak of friendship, a streak of coin, and a streak of drinks for everyone.
Oh, hell yeah. The room fucking erupts.
Yeah.
Everyone's just riotous.
And I'll even pay coin for the drinks, even though, you know, like, because as you said, like, whoever just came over was like, all right, cousin, enough fun. Like, I'll, like, whip the coin bag out or whatever and pay.
Tip them nice.
Mm-hmm.
Roll perception, Alafair.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Alright, over here, the three of you see someone walk from up the stairs holding a bread basket that's very obviously got a bag full of coins in it, and they walk up to the two bouncers and they open the doors, and inside you see probably half a dozen staff members literally fucking like racking money and chalkboards with numbers stretched up on it. Brommus, roll knowledge local. Actually, all you guys can roll it.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking... Oh. That's not good. Hey!
Brommus, you just figured out where the take for the town's numbers game goes. At the end of the day, where everyone... where the bets all get centralized and tallied. And you are now pretty sure that this is a mob joint. How this tracks with everything you've seen so far and Alafair's entrance.
I look at Alafair. I put my hand out. I say, "Cough it up. Another 100 for me."
Me too.
I just kind of laugh and put my hands up, and I have two
no,
extra.
Widegrowl, you have no fucking idea. We'll just...
Yeah.
You saw what was in there, but you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Well, he only gave us 200 out of the 300 that
Yeah.
we won.
Yeah, that you could do that too. Yeah, okay.
I shorted him, yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of laugh and like open my hands, and I have two pouches like with the 100 gold like already counted out. I swear I was gonna give it to you, and like toss them. So I guess we get 300 each. This is how that paid out.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
As you do, the woman standing next to Widegrowl starts laughing. She goes, "Please meet your acquaintance, friends. My name's Dahlia. Dahlia Oberdeen. Nice to meet you." She kind of introduces herself to each of you in turn.
Dahlia, nice to meet you. Enjoy your drink on me, the big winner of the night.
Ooh. Yes, sir, she says. Brommus, go ahead and roll knowledge local as well. Roll knowledge geography, not local, sorry.
Oh, you're gonna kill that. Oh,
Wish.
that's probably enough.
12 is enough, yeah. You've heard that name before. In the warrant books at the Ranger Depot. You know that she's the leader of some kind of outlaw gang.
Aye. Oberdeen. Heard that name before. Whereabouts are you from?
Oh, here and there. You know. Girl gets around. She just laughs it off, kind of goes back to the table.
What are you gonna do, Hunter? Damn, dude.
Is there anybody sitting at the table with her?
Oh, there's like 10 or 12 people around you guys. Oh, everybody's all pressed together too. Everyone's in close. Not the gang you're looking for, by the way. Out of character.
Right.
Just a different one. You know this is just a criminal. You don't know. You don't remember any more than that.
I continue with them, and I look at Widegrowl and Alafair, and I say, I think it's time we head downstairs, check on Valan. We've made our riches here. Train will be leaving pretty soon. Maybe we can make a couple more stops in town. But last I checked, Valan was hogtied on stage downstairs.
A couple more stops. Why would you ever leave this place? Yes, let's go watch the show.
Everybody make a perception check.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Couple things are gonna happen.
No, man.
First off, all three of you, as he said that, hear, I'm an orc! I swear to God, I'm an orc!
Oh.
From downstairs. Brommus, you see 3 men, independent of one another, walking up the staircase, one of whom makes a beeline straight for the till room over here. Which, I'm going to say it's this guy. One of them is holding a bouquet of flowers, a large bouquet of flowers. Who comes in over here. This is the staircase, obviously. And the third one starts to saunter towards this table. The one with the bouquet of flowers gets about halfway into the room, and he calls out, is there a Mrs. Oberdeen here? Dahlia? Dahlia Oberdeen? And she goes, that's me. That's me. And she walks over to the man with the bouquet. And as he goes to hand it to her, you see a wicked-looking grin cross the man's face as she reaches into the bouquet. It's very large. It's almost man-sized. It's disproportionately way too large for flowers. And she rips a rapier out of the bouquet. And she goes, nobody panic! It's a hold-up! As the other 2 men who walked in draw hand crossbows. We'll see you next week.
Go.
Oh, no.
Man.
Damn, dude. Hell yeah.
I was gonna
That's-
let her slide.
Well,